Hey everybody, happy holiday season, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever else. Enjoy the season, 'tis the season. Lipstick and Thighs here, Nora Hair is here if you're new to my channel. I am coming to you today with a get ready with me. So I am about to go run some last minute holiday gift errands. I need to get some gifts for my coworkers. I'm super late with that. So trying to decide if I want to get candles or something else. But anywho, I didn't want to go out since so many people are going to be out looking kind of drab. Since I've been in a depression more recently, at least I guess it's fun to do your face and kind of get back in the groove. So yeah, here we go. Adulting is rough, by the way. I guess this will be cathartic for me. Kind of talk about what's going on. School's kicking my ass. My parents are going through a separation after 23 years of marriage. So that's a whole lot for me. Kind of navigating losing family, you know what I mean? So I guess I would say it this way. Kind of grieving things that were, that no longer will be. You're kind of losing family, so losing my dad's side of the family. I guess for me, it's like I had my biological father, and we didn't get to engage each other in his lifetime. I'm taking this Jordana Shape and Tame retractable brow pencil in deep brunette. To lime. But yeah, my biological father died, and I hadn't seen him since I was 4. That was 2016, I believe. So I met him at his funeral pretty much. So there was a lot of like closure that didn't occur there. And then, now with my stepdad, he's the only dad that I know. And then that separation, that divorce, that death, in a way, death to things that were, I feel like as much as you can say that things don't change or, things will still be the same, it's not really, and I don't think it ever will be. So this will be my mom and I's first holiday, just the two of us. That's all we have. So I guess like one of my biggest fears was that, both my parents are very ill, very sickly. My mom just started dialysis in August. My dad was on dialysis, has been on dialysis for years. Just, worrying about them passing and like their health and back and forth with the ups and downs of their health, worrying about them just staying around. But not being together was never, you know what I mean? It wasn't in my mind. It wasn't on my mind. So navigating cheating and just dysfunction and lack of communication and destruction of trust and then losing family that you kind of grew to know, you know what I mean? It's a lot of change. Like there's been a lot of abrupt change I ended a relationship back in April, started school, changes in the workplace, just constant change around me. Filling my brow in with this Kiss Professional felt tip top brow eyebrow marker in dark brown. But just, it's depressing, you know what I mean? I guess my biggest fear is that, I guess it's my mom's fear, being alone, you know? But I spend most of my time alone anyway. It's almost like when you have when you get used to people abandoning you in your life, you get comfortable with you. Like, I find solace in being alone because it's the only option that I have. You know what I mean? Or I feel that way. I don't know. It's a lot, just trying to navigate. But then trying to support my mom through this all, it's a lot. Trying to find time to grieve on my own is a lot, you know? And then trying to keep her together because she just started dialysis, and that's a process as well. Just like today, there's a gentleman at her dialysis, and he had fluid overload, and they were dialyzing him, and he had a cardiac event, and they had to try to bring out the, crash cart and all this stuff. And she's like talking to me about it while she's on the machine. And, you know, I'm trying to keep her calm, but at the same time, it's just like, that's the reality of the situation that she's in, you know, the people around her. It's scary. Trying to stay afloat with school. Like the very first day, my first like convocation class or whatever, meeting my professors at Trevecca was the day that my mom had her shunt put in. So it was just like, I don't know. It's just a lot, you know, trying to keep shit together, keep my head together. Taking this LA Girl Pro Conceal High Definition Concealer that I got from the hair store, Beauty Supply, in Warm Honey, and carving out my brows. My brows are close cousins. I want to get them to sister level one day, but nothing's perfect. Just make them look symmetrical as possible. As symmetrical, rather. So I'm just trying to navigate, you know, handling betrayal and dysfunction and breakdown of your family at this point. I'm also trying to find a way to find me. I feel like I've gotten so lost in everybody else's problems and my parents' health and this and that and the other, and all of these requirements and all these obligations and work and like shit that I've signed up for. And at some point, pardon me, stuff that I've signed up for, I am overwhelmed. I am underimpressed and underenthused. I'm just like, where am I in everything? Keep in mind, I am not an MUA, so if you don't like how I'm doing it, sorry. This works for me. But is there anything going well in your life? Or I would say, how do you handle changes like this in your life when things as you know. Like, I feel like it's a second death for me. It's like I had a biological father. We never had a relationship. So the only dad that I do have, we don't even talk anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have, it's like constantly people abandoning and not being present, just constant ripping and shaking of relationships. It's just nothing stable. You know what I mean? And I've been accustomed to dysfunction, taking my matte 16-hour wear matte charcoal setting spray from Milani, Make It Last, to get this together here. There's a brush that I normally use for my brows that I didn't bring. So what are we gonna do to work around? Life is about working around. I'll probably use this little brush here. Gonna set. It's just a lot of change right now. Feeling like you don't really have a support system, and it being the holidays, so it's like not doing the things I normally would do, not seeing the people I normally would see. You know, things are just different. And I'm trusting God. I know that all of this has happened for a reason, that there's His purpose and plan in everything, and that I'll be all right. My mom will be all right. We'll be more than all right. And I trust that. And then I blend this a whole lot. I'm going to do some more blending off camera so that I'm not running too long. I'll be right back. I'm back and I'm better. Girl, he only messed you over because you let him. Anyway, so I have blended my concealer out with this ugly brush that I need to clean from Real Techniques. I like Real Techniques brushes. I use BH Cosmetics a whole lot. So those are my two faves. But here are my brows. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's drawn in. Let's see. I'm not quite sure what look I want to do today. I'm going to do something basic. As I've gotten older, I am a wise old age of 27 years. I have gotten away from all the like crazy eye colors and shit. I gotta quit cursing, y'all. I'm really working on it, I promise. I have to get away from all the crazy eye colors. I mean, it looks good, but not all the time. You know what I mean? Sometimes a simple, clean beat gets the job done. There's a time and place for a soft beat, a neutral beat. And I'm just in a moment right now where I don't need all the shimmer and the matte mix and all the shimmer together. You know what I mean? Basic is okay. And I never thought in my entire life that I would say basic is okay, because who wants to be basic? I told my ex-boyfriend, he's like, you're so extra. I was like, baby, it's a blessing to be extra. Everybody can be basic. Not everybody can be extra. But that's a life lesson. Lipstick convos, lipstick lessons. I normally spray the heck out of my oily face, making it last all night with Milani. And then I go in and I take my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Face Primer, matte. And I've put too much on, so I'm going to evenly disperse it. I just like to use this setting spray so that the product doesn't look so harsh and so white and so like dry, you know what I mean? But I am thinking about going to therapy, maybe doing a group session with my mom, well, two-person session with my mom and I, just so that we can at least be on one accord since we only have each other at this point, you know what I mean? Unify the forces. I was debating whether I even wanted to talk about this, but at the same time, you help others in your own pain and in your own vulnerability. And the whole point of my platform is for me to be authentically me. I don't want to be a social media influencer, photo ready Revlon translucent powder going on top of that primer. Using my Real Techniques brush. And I never use the brushes for what they're supposed to. This is a stippling brush, but I do what I want. Anywho, I don't want my platform to be vain. I don't want it to be just me telling you products to buy and all that weird crap. Like, I want you to be able to, as my caption says at some point somewhere, my mission or vision is to empower women to embrace their beauties and to live confidently. So you can't live confidently if you don't address your traumas and your emotions and the things that are destroying you. We talked about unmasking ourselves at church. Shout out to BT Dubs. Sorry for my cursing. I'm working on me. But anywho, we talked about unmasking ourselves and how you can't be who God's truly called you to be if you're wearing these masks all day. Basically, this portion is to continue to block my oil, to continue to mattify, and it does something nice under your foundation, makes it look extra perfect. Extra perfect. We're talking about unmasking and how when you get caught up in your masks, you're not caught up in your calling because you're too busy keeping up appearances. So, and sometimes the battles that you're facing are given to you so that you can get through them and you can give a testimony and that you're able to save other people and healing and saving yourself and allowing God to, save you. We talked a lot about like being still in the wilderness season. I guess in my wilderness season, I've transitioned from like a be still to like a fight back. You know what I mean? I had a conversation with a friend the other day. I'm going to go ahead and do my shadow, I guess. I want to do a neutral look today, so I'm not going to do anything crazy. I'm taking my Velvet Matte Velvet Matte palette from Profusion, and I'm just going to do some indulge, either indulge or treat, one of the two. Maybe noble. I'll probably do noble. Noble works. Noble. I've already got my concealer on my lid. Because I'm doing a simple look today, I'm not going to do like any extra concealer and the extra look. Just patting this baby on just so I have some lid color. Using my quartzy crystal brushes from BH Cosmetics. A friend told me that I've gotten so accustomed to being knocked down that I've just lied. I'm lying on the ground and I'm not fighting back. But at some point, I'm like, you get tired of fighting. You know what I mean? And I know you have to fight, and I want to fight for me. But I'm also tired. You know what I mean? I'm tired. And that's as basic as we're getting today. I'm going to take indulgence here, and I'm going to take a little bit of energy here at the bottom and just pat her in. Then I'm taking a separate brush and just taking indulgence and putting her. So now, I'm gonna go ahead and put on my foundation, and I'll be right back. Taking my CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous. I don't like to contour my nose or anything. I just don't. Not everybody has to. I take my contour brush from Real Techniques. Love the colors. I again bounce between Real Techniques and BH Cosmetics, also a little bit of e.l.f. and Wet n Wild for brushes. But primarily Real Techniques or BH Cosmetics are my go-to. And I'm gonna take my Ulta Beauty. Got some random gunk on it, but my Ulta Beauty contour kit. And I'm gonna use this color here. It's been a whole lot for me, just balancing, trying to figure out what I want to do, what I don't want to do, not being led by other people's need of me, or not other people's desires or what they want from me, you know what I mean? But just really figuring out what it is that I want to do and do that. Whether it's in business, in romance, I just overall have realized that I have not been moving in my power. I'm afraid of my own power. I'm afraid of my own gifts and my own talent. And I would dim my own light to let other people shine. And because other people see the light in me, but they know that I'm not confident and they know that I won't try to utilize my power or that I don't want to shine, it gives them chance to shine over me. And they get comfortable with that. And I've recognized that a lot of people, a lot of relationships that I have been built on me being submissive or insecure. And I'm at a point where I have taken a full step back from everybody and everything almost because just because you knew me the way that I was doesn't mean that we can engage me the way that I am now. Like, I don't want to continue to block myself from opportunity and from my greatness just because I'm insecure. But fighting for me and fighting for my peace and what I need to be happy and to be successful isn't going to make everybody else around me happy. And I realize that, but now I'm at a point where I'm okay with that, or I'm becoming okay with that. Taking my Milani. Is this the Milani? No, this is my Koi Vodka. Koi Vodka, I don't know. I'll leave a link below, but it's a setting powder. Go ahead. This has really been a transformative period for me. Just figuring out who I am for real at 27, what I want to do, what I want my life to be. Because as Avante tells me all the time, I only get one life to live. Stop living and stop acting like you live twice. And I don't want to keep living in fear either. I don't want to keep living in fear of outshining other people. I think that's my big thing. I'm like, I always need to blend. I always need to do this and to do that. But if I'm called to stand out, then I can stand out and I need to be comfortable with that. But I also, I guess, you talk about the masks, you talk about insecurity and abandonment and, those kind of things. I feel like the situations I've been in have caused me to be small just so that I could survive. Um, so when people are challenging me to step outside of that, I'm like, I've only been in survival mode. That's the only way I know how to operate. So outside of survival, I don't know how else to live. But I don't want to be just surviving in life. I want to thrive. I want to live. I want to love fully. You know what I mean? Because survival is just bare minimum. I don't want bare minimum to be my comfort zone, my comfort level every time, you know? I want to start going after what I want. I want to start receiving what I need and what I want. But I also want to be the Nora that I want to be. I don't want to be who I've had to be due to life circumstances. And I feel like I fought so hard just to get to where I am, and I'm appreciative of how far God's brought me. But I also feel like I've been blocked either by a combination of other people and myself. I do believe that people can see the greatness in you, and they can abuse you, and they can deter you from achieving your greatness. You know what I mean? And I've come across people who I thought were friends that have done that to me. You know what I mean? It's been a whole lot the past few years for me, where I've just really withdrawn inward so much. It's almost a depression, because it's just like when you try to love and you try to give and people take too much, you know what I mean? Or because you're nice, they assume that they can walk all over you, you know? Then it makes you harsh, and it makes you bitter, and it makes you hard, and it makes you not want to love and not want to be maybe who you were originally, because other people misuse it. So I'm taking Black Radiance, one of my favorite blushes, and the Uvia's Palace, the Saharan Blush Volume 2. Gonna take, I got some orange going on today. I'm gonna take the orange here. I'm gonna take just a smither wither. I like to layer my blushes. So I am going to line my lashes, and then I'll try to put on my eyelashes. Trying to get back so y'all can see that I'm brown. This is the best lighting I have, natural lighting, so I want to make sure y'all realize I'm not Caucasian. I am melanated, and I'm proud of it. Can you see me? Brown skin girl. I took this dark brown LA Girl eyeliner. See, you can break rules. I love to use eyeliner as lip liner, but anyway. Eyeliner, I got it for 99¢, and it's in the deepest brown, and I'm using it to line my lips. And then there is a gloss. It's called Super Gloss, Aloe Vera, and Vitamin E. It is from the beauty supply store. Ruby Kisses makes it, and it's in this cute orange. It's called Cherry, actually. It looks orange to me, but we gonna go on. Beauty supply store stuff, sometimes you have to really put some work into it. She's not giving me the energy I need, so Rimmel London has a Stay Glossy. And it's in the color Rule Breaker, which I totally am. I'm going to go ahead and put her on instead. So I'll be back after I put on mascara with the finished. What am I saying, y'all? I'll be back after I put on mascara and show you my finished look. Overall, this holiday season has been a whole lot. It's definitely been a very unique one, and my life is changing. Um, but I am trusting God, my faith in God, and I'm not gonna worry about it as much. I'm just trusting that God will continue to cover us and that, things will work out. I'm asking that He continues to cover my mom and her mental health and her emotional health so that she can stay in tune and align with her physical health. You know what I mean? Overall, our relationship has gotten a whole lot better. I mean, she does step over my boundaries sometimes and try my nerves, but whose parents don't? But overall, I can say that I'm really proud of her, at least for keeping her mind together, keeping her head together, and doing as well as she can with dialysis. She's really made a life switch there. So I'm proud of her for that. But this is for people who don't have the picturesque holiday family, the holiday interaction, family interactions. You know what I mean? The holiday seasons can be really just another day someday, or even because it's such a big deal, it just emphasizes your loneliness and how different your situation is from other people. And I just want you to feel empowered and know that you are doing, or congratulate you if you're doing the work to work through your trauma and get to healing. Keep your head up and know that you don't have to operate the way that everybody else operates, and that everybody has a season that's not the greatest. Everybody has experiences that are not the greatest, but they shape you and they happen for a reason. I'm just trying to figure, I don't even know, I want to say I'm trying to figure out the reason why this happened, but I can say that when you shed, you make room for better things. And I am excited about the better things that God has come in my way in this season, in the new season. And what you lose, He replaces. So whenever He replaces things, what you get is better than what you lost. So I'm excited about that. I'm receptive of it. And I am thankful for the opportunity to even share my story. I'm glad that I had the confidence today to do it, because I really struggled with whether I even wanted to talk about it. Because, you don't want to put all your business out, but at the same time, people are hurting, people are going through things, and I don't want to have a channel or a space where it's just, I'm cute and my makeup's cute and my life's cute. It's cute to see, it's great and dandy, but you want to see real people. You want to see the real shit. You want to see people really grow. You want to really see people conquer. You really want to see people win. You really want to see that God works. And you can't give glory to God if you're not even acknowledging the trials and the tests that you've been through. So this is a test of mine, understanding people, understanding the craziness and the hecticness that's going on in my life. Because the last 2 years of my life have been a roller coaster. Everything's been flipped upside down. I would say maybe 3 years. Since 2016, my life has been flipped and flipped and flipped and flipped. And at some point, I keep hitting the eject button, but I'm still here, or the stop button, but it's still going. I know that God has a purpose for me. I'm really trying to figure it out. I'm getting closer to it, but every time I get closer to it, my distractions are bigger, my battles are bigger, the depression gets bigger. You know what I mean? It's just like I feel like a whole like ball of emotions right now, but like incredibly numb at the same time. And that's a whole lot, trying to work through all of that. I don't know. But I am still here. I'm still standing. I always get through every situation. I've gotten through 100% of my difficult days, and I plan to continue to do so. And I thank God for getting me through those days that were difficult, and I am appreciative. Thanking Him in advance for getting me through my current test and any trials that are coming, before me in the new year. I'm definitely not as broken today as I was in the past, and I feel like had these things occurred to me a few years ago, it would have been completely decimating to me. It would have decimated me. But you live and you learn. Life is what it is, and I can't, I'm happy that I have the opportunity to break chains and break curses and break cycles and systems. I don't have to be my parents. I don't have to be my grandmother. I have my own opportunity, my own slate. God has given me gifts. He's got a life and a purpose planned out for me. And their curses and their battles don't have to be mine. I don't accept it. I reject that. And I'm going to walk in my own life and live the way I want to live, which means that I have the ability and the tools to learn how to communicate effectively. I have the ability and tools to learn how to be vulnerable and not let my emotions, and honest, and not let my emotions or how I feel in life submerge me. And when it is, I also have to be an adult and be vulnerable enough to ask for help or say that I need help as well. So these are things that I'm learning through all of the battles that I'm in. But to anybody in the holiday season that's like me, where things are significantly different and it's depressing and it's overwhelming, I stand with you. I stand beside you. My prayers are with you, and I hope that you have the faith in God to know that your new year will be better. What's coming is better than what's lost. And also, when you let go, you make room for better. And I feel like this was me letting go of whatever my parents had, whatever issues they had. I'm able to let go of that and make space for my own love and my own life and my own things, refocusing on me. And I'm excited about what 2020 has to bring. So thank you for watching. Again, it's Lipstick and Thighs. If you're new, go ahead and click that bell notification so that you can get notifications as soon as I release new hot content. I know this video will probably be super long because I talked all the way through it. But if you are going through anything kind of similar, the loss of, a relationship, a family member, just things changing, and this is your first holiday kind of grieving and existing in your new normal, just drop a comment below and tell me how that's going. Go ahead, like and subscribe. Welcome you to the Lipstick family. My channel's slightly different. It's not just beauty. There's a little bit more depth to it. I want to be vulnerable about my growth, my journey to becoming the Nora that I want to be, my faith journey and all the other stuff. So if you're on board, you're interested, go ahead. I'm welcoming you. Let's grow together. We can be beautiful together. We can be fashionable together, but we can also grow together. And that's the big thing for me here. I don't want you to be the same person at the beginning of this video, at the end of the video that you were at the beginning. At some point, everything that you engage needs to challenge you in some way. So I'm going to do that. Anyway, have a good day. Bye.